What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Run the North podcast. We're back. We are back at it again. We are going to be breaking down Week 10. It's weird to say that we're already that far into the season, but we're going to break down Week 10, going game by game, talking about all of them, and then we're going to get into our Week 11 picks and previews, and of course, I'll give you an update on the picks leaderboard and the Fantasy League. But before we get into all that, gentlemen, how are you?
All right.
2 weeks in a row, You're just
Okay.
giving us an all right. No
Yeah, man, this
I
elaborations.
don't know, man. My life
to-
is literally just writing papers right now. I don't have a lot going on.
Yeah, and my life is
Thanksgiving break
always
is
just
next week,
sitting in this
though.
chair.
Yeah, but at least you get to have fun doing it. Do you want to know what I? Do you want
It's
to know
not
what the
my
last?
fault you chose a path of not enjoying
Do you want
life.
to know the last notable thing I did was?
Sure.
I wrote a 600-word paper, which I know 600 words isn't a lot, but I had to make it very succinct about an article, or I'm sorry, an amendment to an article in a regulation that was proposed to the European Union that would impact the specifically in Europe. They're trying to make it so cops can like have full access to everyone's phones and computers so they can scan
No.
for like
Sorry.
well, yeah, but it's in the name of protecting the children.
Don't give a fuck.
Right.
Sorry.
But
Dystopian future.
yeah, essentially what they're trying to do is just kill end-to-end encryption,
Yeah.
like as a whole. And a bunch of people got really mad about that. It was like 100 different civil groups and then over 1,000 people signed a petition. And so this one group in the EU was like, all right, we'll tell them not to do that. And now they're trying to get them to not do that.
Good.
Yeah, so that's the last notable thing I did.
No,
I
I think
already
the
know
last
that,
notable
but,
thing you did was create a fake argument in our group chat because you wanted to ignore a class.
Listen, in my defense, listen, I have women's
Reading
studies,
that
right?
garbage at 7 a.m. in the Chicago airport was one of the most wild experiences I've ever had in my life.
I have to take women's
not know what
studies
was going on.
as a requirement for my college, right? And I love the class. The class is awesome. I have learned a ton. I have learned a ton about it's called women's studies, but really it's a broader gender studies class. We've talked about how men and non-binary folks are impacted by societal standards, right? So I've learned a ton. However, the other day our class was spent discussing the gritty, like very detailed ins and
Gritty?
outs of the not the gritty. No, I wish we spent 50 minutes talking about the gritty. I would have been able to contribute to that conversation. No, we talked about in detail the ins and outs of the history of gynecology, how it started, the horrible experiments that were committed on slaves in order to like figure out how to do shit on people that they considered to be real people. And just like what it is now. I'm sorry, I did not have anything to contribute to that conversation. I was incredibly uncomfortable, so I started a fake argument with Geek in our group chat to hide away from it.
Yeah, we were going at it. It was pretty
Yeah.
great.
Before we get into the show, I'm going to serenade the audience
Oh no.
with a little bit of ukulele playing.
I'm doing okay. Sorry.
Geek's doing good.
Ew.
I
Dude,
tried
bro
to just say
just-
okay, so
Yeah, I don't get to speak
You
at all
talked
because bro wants the
so
ukulele.
much and didn't say a word about how good you were doing.
Yeah, no.
You wasted your opportunity, pal.
who made you God? Who made you the decider of opportunities?
Yeah, dude, I'm just gonna end the recording. How about that? I'll pick it up after you get done playing the ukulele.
If I listen to this episode and I don't hear a ukulele, I am going to sob uncontrollably.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you
To
gonna
be
do?
fair, we need the ukulele. We need it.
Do
This is important content. Yes.
Okay.
This is a love song to the moon. That's how it was originally written. Okay. We can talk about football now.
Discord sound suppression was really not loving that. Also, all I heard when you're like, "This is a love song to the moon," so it's been all over my For You page on TikTok. You guys know the song "Teenage Dirtbag," right?
Yeah.
The guy singing the female part of that song is like every third video on my For You page because I just keep saving it every time I see it because I love it. I was just waiting for Jake to hit the high note and just go for it. I wanted it so bad.
Wait, Jake, you did theater. Did you do choir as well? What voice part were you?
Tenor.
This guy was a tenor. Hit it then. You should be able to hit it. You should be
I
able to.
definitely can, but I this is not the time nor the place.
You guys went to too big of a school if your choir actually cared. We just sang because there were 9 of us. Hey-o.
Valid. I was a bass, by the way.
I
Nice.
could gather
A
that.
baritone.
Yeah. That was a tenor 1 for most of my life.
Or our music
God
teachers were
damn,
dumb, but I don't know.
Okay, Jake. I see you. I hear play with the big boys. I see you.
I wonder what it would have been like to go to a real school.
This guy grew up in
Whack, dude.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, my class had 18 people. Our high school had less than 100.
Well, at least you probably like knew everybody.
That's not a good thing when you're disliked for no reason.
That's right. You've told me about that.
Yeah, knowing everybody was kind of the problem. No, small town's fun.
Well, this
Back
podcast
in
only
high
has 3
school
people,
Monday.
and as far as I know, at least one of them likes you. So
That's fair. It's Miller, huh? Damn.
that's for you. To
Well, I
figure
don't even
out.
like myself, so maybe I'm batting 0 for 3 here. That's tough. All right, so week 10.
Week 10. Oh boy. Thursday night football.
Oh my
Panthers,
god.
Bears. Bears 16, Panthers 13.
Miller, I just want to say, I got to talk first. So I picked the Bears last week, but so I play darts every Thursday night. So I don't own a Bears jersey yet, but I own a Panthers jersey. Why did your defense decide they were good that night? Because everybody in that bar kept yelling at me about my team, how we couldn't perform. It's like, bro, not my team. Also, I picked the Bears. Also, fucking Panthers. I hate them.
Yeah. Plus, you had to watch them win in the ugly ass orange helmets.
Dude, I hate them, bro. Okay,
love 'em.
maybe the orange
This is a
helmet would
terrible
be
game.
fine if they didn't pair it with an orange jersey. But it's my argument for like every alternate helmet. They all should not go with the alternate uniforms they're with. Every team that has petitioned the NFL to get it to go with any other jersey, it looks better with any other jersey. That's just how it goes.
I'd have to see it, but I like it with the orange. I don't like the orange jersey inherently, but the orange helmet makes me like it. So
They don't match, and it bugs me, just like most colored helmet jersey combos. If they don't match, it makes me want to gouge my eyes out.
it happens.
That's why I like teams like
But
the
anyways.
Panthers, where it's a silver helmet, so they never have to try to match it.
But yeah, I'm not gonna go on some big rant. The defense looked awesome. Montez Sweat, despite not having a single sack or a single tackle, was a game wrecker, which is awesome. I love that. It's like I tweeted about it. It's like the big argument Robert Saleh made a week ago about Quinnen Williams, who has he had like a sack and a half going into this week. Everyone was like, he's underperforming. He's not. He's still a game record. Pressures matter a lot more than sacks. At least in my eyes. I feel like there's a lot of people out there who would agree with that. With context, obviously. Context matters with everything. But I'll put it this way. If a guy has like 1,000 pressures and like 6 sacks, then I'd still say that's a damn good player.
Mhm.
Right? I'm not saying if you have like 50 pressures and no sacks, you're a stud. I'm saying like put more weight into pressures. Oh God, where is this going? What are you laughing about?
No, I just have a game for us to play that we played last week when it came to the Panthers again.
Oh God, okay. Let me finish
yeah.
then. I thought you were laughing at my argument. I thought,
No,
okay.
your argument's valid.
Wonderful.
I just looking at the box
Okay.
score is funny.
But yeah, Montez Sweat was a game wrecker. He had 8 pressures, Jesus, which was awesome. TJ Edwards was everywhere. Kyler Gordon finally had the big game we've been waiting for. And then offensively, the offensive line looked good, and Cole Kmet filled in for Kari Blasingame beautifully. I got to watch Cole Kmet take a snap at fullback, and it was like an out-of-body experience. It was wonderful. I had a great time. I will say, though, worst game of Tyson Bagent's career by far. I know he threw more interceptions against the Saints. I don't care. He looked worse against the Panthers. He looked scared. He was out of rhythm. He was throwing the ball at guys' feet. He wasn't reading the field. Terrible game from him. It didn't end up mattering, but just want to throw that out there to say I am very glad that Justin Fields will be back this week. Tyson Bagent was cool. I'm rooting like hell for the kid. He's a backup. I want to see more Fields. So, we out here. Anyways, Geek.
So
do
Miller.
your thing.
Oh, go ahead, Jake.
Uh-huh.
You can do the thing.
Okay.
Oh, I don't even know this is where you're going with this. Well, if it's not, you can do your thing too.
Okay.
Let's play. Who was the leading receiver on this football team this week? Miller, who was the Panthers' leading receiver this week?
I know it wasn't Thielen. Because I remember I was watching somebody who had the over on Thielen receptions, like, oh, the Bears secondary sucks. Was it Mike Strawn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had that one dumb long catch.
Yeah, that was it.
One
He
catch,
had that one
45
catch.
yards.
Yeah.
Thielen
Bears'
had
defense
6 for 42.
lost.
I mean, it's not really hard to lock this Panthers offense. Let's be
They are so
honest
bad.
here.
They are
I mean,
so bad
I'm-
at football. It's crazy.
I'm aware, but listen, the Bears defense has been dog shit.
That's
I
fair.
will take it.
I'll let you
I'm just happy
celebrate
to see
one
the
time.
guys working. Yeah.
But yeah, Panthers bad.
Why has all but like one primetime game been fucking awful?
Because it's Thursday night football. They don't put
I don't
good
just mean
games on.
Thursday. I mean Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. They all fucking suck every time.
Well, most of them would have been good barring injuries.
Maybe.
But most Thursday night games would have just been bad. Like the Jets and the Chiefs would have been game of the year had Rodgers been playing. So
That's true.
there's no really way of stopping that with him being out. But yeah, this game was bad. I didn't watch it, but I saw the fireworks at Soldier Field live. So, you know.
That's
Oh, you didn't
that's
end up going to the
amazing. I'm
game?
jealous.
Did not ended up going to the game,
Hey,
unfortunately.
why not?
No.
What the hell happened?
Okay. I was very tired. I underestimated how much a flight would wipe me out. And I was chilling with friends and they were like, let's hang out. And I was like, fine, I won't go to the Bears game.
Bro pulled some weak sauce. I see how it is.
And
To be fair, I mean,
Bro-
I've heard it's expensive as hell to get into Soldier Field anyways, so
yeah, I was
Fair
looking
enough.
at tickets too last minute. So I was just like, okay, money. But I did see the fireworks. So that's how I found out the Bears won.
saw some fireworks.
Yeah. Monday morning, 9:30 a.m. Colts 10, Patriots 6.
It got worse. Football. I didn't think football could be worse. It got worse.
so much worse.
Dude,
It got so much worse.
Ugh.
how do you throw a pass into triple coverage on a fake fucking kneel? Why?
But yeah, it's
How do you
crazy.
underthrow the
whatever.
defender by 5 yards on a play where the defender was 10 yards off his man? I don't.
Oh my god.
I don't. Mac Jones. If Mac Jones had the arm strength of a toddler, the Patriots would be undefeated. It's not my fault that I'm right. I know you're all sick of hearing it, but I'm right. It's fucking
They would still be
ridiculous.
2-8.
Nah. I swear,
Yep.
you could put literally anybody else out there at quarterback and they'd win games.
They did, and look what happened. He immediately
Bailey
threw a triple
Zappi is
coverage
just
pass on
Mac
a fake
Jones.
spike where it should be wide open.
They're just the same
On a
guy.
play designed to have an open receiver.
They're just the same guy.
But yeah, neither quarterback played particularly well. Neither team played particularly well. 10-6 ball game in Germany. You know, nothing much to say about it.
I woke up
Uh,
early for that ball game.
I didn't,
There was
thankfully.
no reason for you to
I'd
do
say
that.
so.
No, I didn't mean to. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning for some reason. That's why I fell asleep before the
Oh.
Vikings game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I think
I want to say one thing about that game real quick,
Okay.
and it's something that I'm shocked Geek didn't point out.
Go.
I think it's time. There's a certain quarterback floating around the Patriots.
Ah, yes.
Went to the University of Louisville.
It is Malik
I
Cunningham
think
season.
it may be time for.
I mean, you might
At
as well
least
see what you
somewhere.
got, because, like,
At
you know,
least
Zappy and
somewhere.
Mac are not that guy. Maybe Malik's not either. It can't get that much worse.
Yeah. Also, with the Patriots, do you guys believe this whole thing that Belichick's leaving in the offseason?
yeah.
It's possible.
I was doing this thing when these reports came out that he was going to leave or get fired after Germany. I was doing this thing where I kept quote tweeting all those tweets with a picture of his extension, but I realized that extension only goes to next year, so he very well could leave. And Orlovsky seems to think, I don't know if you guys saw this report from Orlovsky, but he seems to think that the destination's already set. He is already. Orlovsky came on the Pat McAfee show and said that he's heard that Bill Belichick is not only leaving this year, but he already has a plan in place as to where he's going to go.
Yeah, and somebody
Did he
already came
say
out and said it
where
was the Chargers.
specifically?
Somebody else said it was the Chargers.
He did not say where specifically.
Because great quarterback, good
he said
defensive
that- he said-
pieces.
Because he said, and I quote, "I'm not a reporter. I can't break that."
And then
Oh,
a
he
reporter
said-
broke it. I'll double check who it was real quick.
My guess is the Chargers or the Commies. Those are the two.
It's got to be the Chargers. Why would you want to go to the Commanders?
Money, new ownership, or start. Chargers are a dumpster
Their
fire.
ownership couldn't afford to pay their 2 edge rushers. What makes you think they'd want to pay Belichick a ton of money?
Right? And why would Belichick want to go to the team that like literally just threw away their 2 best players for literally
Darren McLaurin's still
nothing?
there.
Too bad. I would say
Darren
John
McLaurin's still
Allen.
there. And Jonathan Allen's still there.
I mean, I get what your point. 2 of their best players. Sorry, we got to be semantical.
Okay.
That's how we do things
come on.
around here. But yeah, no, Belichick to the Chargers would be literally the equivalent of Brady to the Buccaneers. Like, that is perfect.
Well, they wouldn't win a Super Bowl, but yeah, it
They
would be
might.
the equivalent.
Oh, no, I think they'll win a Super Bowl. Herbert and Belichick, I think they'd win a Super Bowl.
I would like to believe it. I just don't trust much about the
Dude,
Chargers.
Herbert, listen, okay. What's the biggest issue with the Chargers right now?
There's a lot.
It's the
Their
biggest.
defense,
Defense isn't
Who's
good.
the greatest defensive mind in NFL history?
Mike Zimmer.
Vic Fangio.
Someone with
Joe Barry.
Brian Flores.
Steve Spagnuolo. You're right.
you guys
Yeah.
are idiots. It's Alan Williams.
Oh, Joe Woods. Joe Woods.
No, but genuinely speaking,
Yeah.
the Chargers, their defense schematically is a mess. I mean, yeah, sure, there's issues with effort and with some of the players. Belichick's MO is do your job. If you're not doing your job, you're going to get sent the fuck packing. He's going to go, if he goes to the Chargers, and obviously this is a big if, big hypothetical. If he goes to the Chargers, he goes into that defensive locker room, takes every piece that doesn't fit that do your job system, throws them away, drafts all of the replacements in like the 4th round, and all of a sudden you have Belichick cooking up masterpieces on the defensive side of the ball, which he was doing in New England. Even despite everything, except on the other side of the ball, he's not stuck with Mac Jones. He has Justin freaking Herbert with a really talented offensive core. The only issue I would have, the only concern I would have in that entire marriage is who Bill would hire to run the offense. It's the only
They keep
big
Kellen.
question mark. If they do that,
Or
They're
no,
cooking.
they bring in Josh
probably do.
McDaniels.
then they're
That or
also
he-
cooking.
Bro's got 6
That
rings.
or he'd drag Bill O'Brien along.
Oh
would
God, I
it
hope
wouldn't be
not.
Bill O'Brien, because Bill O'Brien has been awful.
Bill O'Brien has
McDaniels
always
is-
been awful. I don't know why people thought that was a good move for the Patriots.
It's just it was the familiarity with Mac Jones, the familiarity with Bill
Yeah.
Belichick, and a different and actually having an offensive mind in the building. Instead of being like, hey, here's a defensive coordinator, he's gonna try to reconstruct the atom on offense. But no, if he keeps Kellen Moore, then awesome. If he brings in Josh McDaniels, I know we all hate him. He's not a head coach. He was the offensive coordinator on most of Belichick's great teams, and he always goes back to Belichick, and he always orchestrates something great. Now, it wasn't happening with Mac. We also know Mac's not a good quarterback. Last time Josh McDaniels had a good quarterback and was working under Bill Belichick, he was cooking. Now, I'm not saying that would be ideal, but if that's the path Belichick would go in this hypothetical scenario, then the Chargers are saved.
Yeah, but yeah,
What about
I don't think he'll
Belichick
get
to the
fired.
Bills?
I think he'll leave.
2 on the nose.
No.
He can't do it.
2 on the nose.
Buffalo Bill
He already
Belichick.
has his destination set. I doubt it's.
It
Yeah,
could be
because that
Buffalo.
would mean that you think Sean McDermott's getting fired no matter what at the end of the year, and I still feel like that's something that's kind of up in the air.
I don't think that's
especially
that
after
When
is not
they-
a
move they
guaranteed
just
thing.
made.
Okay, when
It's not a
they
guaranteed thing.
don't make the playoffs, he's getting fired, and they're not going to make the playoffs. I think they have 1 win in their next 8 games.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying I don't think that at this point in the season you can call it a foregone conclusion like you could Brandon Staley.
I don't know.
Or-
The
okay.
AFC is weird. Okay, speaking of all of this, I know it's PFF, so we all have our issues with PFF, but they have their, like, I don't know, some idiot who works at PFF tweeted out, the playoff chances and leverage for, like, every NFL team. And, like, in the NFC, outside of the South, it's basically already set, like, who's going to be in the playoffs. Position's not set, but, like, who's going to be there is basically set in the NFC.
Right.
In the AFC, though, it's wild. There is only one team with 0 chance to make the playoffs, and that's the Patriots.
What are the Colts at?
Uh,
Just to circle back to the other team.
They're
the
5 and
Colts are
5, I mean,
currently
like,
at about
pretty high.
35%.
The Colts are 5-5.
They're
Yeah.
5-5, dude. That's why Shane Steichen's going to win Coach of the
The
Year.
AFC is so
Crazy.
goofy.
Yeah.
The AFC is so
So
goofy.
Right
love
now, the Colts have the same odds to make the playoffs as the Bills and the Bengals.
Let's go football parody.
The Texans are higher than all of them.
Well, hell yeah, they are. They got the
Yeah,
most
that's fair.
valuable player.
We'll talk about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, Sheldon Rankins.
Yes.
But yeah, Colts, Patriots in Germany, bad game. Belichick probably gone after this. All right, let's move on to Browns 33, Ravens 31.
Major props to everyone in Cleveland that doesn't wear the number 4 because this game
Valid.
was nuts on their
I
end.
didn't get
like
to see the entire thing. So how the fuck did the Ravens choke it?
so.
Lamar threw 2 picks. But
Yeah.
the first one was a pick 6 right off the bat, which was bad.
Didn't
the second one
Deshaun
was-
also throw a pick 6 right off the
Yes.
bat? That's incredible.
Oh, sorry. Lamar, I don't know if... Sorry, that's what I was thinking of. I don't know if Lamar's first
Yeah.
one was a pick 6.
I
He
was
threw
like-
a pick 6 pretty crucial.
I just remember
Very crucial
Kyle
one to Greg
Hamilton
Newsome.
walking into the end zone.
I think they had the game pretty much sealed if Lamar didn't throw a pick, and then Greg Newsome got a pick 6 and completely
I was gonna
changed
say,
the momentum of the game.
Greg Newsom's awesome.
Greg Newsome's sick. He's
Jerome
dope.
Ford played a hell of a game. He was one of those
Amari
guys. that,
Cooper was
like,
great.
Amari Cooper went crazy. David Njoku had 58 receiving yards and 61 yards after the catch, which is amazing.
What?
He got tackled for negative
What
yards,
the fuck?
probably. I think.
No, I think he caught a pass behind the line of scrimmage and then just ran.
Oh. I guess that counts,
Okay.
yeah.
I could be wrong.
So
I don't quite remember.
Odell decided to flashback like it was 2017,
Oh, yeah,
which
took
I
a slant
love.
to the house.
That
Slant to the
made
house
me
is sick.
happy.
Yeah.
That made me very happy.
But yeah, I mean, this was definitely, I think, I didn't watch this full game, but I definitely, just from a box score perspective, looks like it was
I went
one of
back and
Lamar's
watched
worst
it.
game.
Yeah.
this season.
The Browns D line was crazy. Both Garrett and Z had, I think, 5 pressures each. I
Jesus.
don't remember how many sacks they had. And the Browns defense played lights out, and then the offensive guys were just playing their hearts out. They were grinding away. Jerome Ford picked up a ton of really tough third downs. Like, they were cooking. And then, of course, number 4 went, 14 of 14 in the second half?
Yeah.
Whatever. Only good 30 minutes of football he's played since, 2020, 2021?
Don't worry, we're never going to get to see it again. Well, maybe not never, but don't have to worry about it this year.
Why is that, Geek?
What happened with his shoulder? His shoulder's fucked.
Wah, wah.
Bro got Cam Newtoned. The issue is they're not letting him play with the injury, which is weird. They forced Baker to. Why not force your $200 million man?
Here's the
It's
big
almost
story,
like
guys.
they're better off without the $200 million man, so they're cool with it.
Here's
Their
the-
only
here's the-
chance
here's
to
the
win
big
when
story.
Baker was around was if Baker
Hold on,
played.
Jake.
Let me
Jake,
cook
before you
for a
pull out
second.
the
I'm
big
sorry.
story. Yeah. Worst trade in NFL history.
What about Russ?
Put it
Oh,
out
really? Really? Is it? Wow. That's a
No, they're 5-1 with Deshaun, bro. That we need to stop with this bull jive.
Fuck Emmanuel Acho.
this was a bad trade.
Fuck
This-
him in
this trade?
particular. I
hate
hate
that
Emmanuel
that
Acho.
guy.
Yeah, he's a
I
fucking
miss the
idiot, dude.
days when Emmanuel Acho's entire brand was Justin Herbert can't win. He's a social
I
media
miss the
quarterback.
days when we considered the idiots in the sports media world to beat Colin Cowherd and Nick Wright, who were like not that bad. Now we just
I'll
have
take it.
actual bozos. I don't think that's a hot take. Or
No, I'm
oh,
not think.
go ahead.
Colin Cowherd's not that bad.
No, but that's my
He has his
point.
moments, but he's really
He
not that
used
bad.
to be the bozo. Like him and Nick Wright were the people we considered bozos, and it was like
Oh, I think
you
Nick
could
Wright's
still
still pretty
listen to them.
bad,
No,
but-
Nick Wright's
yeah.
not that bad. He's just a Chiefs homer, and if he's that bad, then all 3 of us are that bad. Like, that is what it is.
Yeah. The big story from this game, after much deliberation, the Browns have made the right decision, and they will be starting Dorian Thompson-Robinson this week against the Steelers defense.
Caleb's pissed because he has PJ Walker as a quarterback in a 32-team fantasy league, so he's mad. That's it. That's why he tweeted out, like, I think this is
Don't
the
worry,
worst move.
we may get PJ Walker. We may still get PJ Walker. The CTR against the
Probably.
Steelers defense. They've thrown him in against the Ravens and the Steelers so far this season. They're
that.
not giving this guy anything.
No,
Yeah, Browns 33, Ravens 31. The AFC North is
I'm so
insane.
mad.
Speaking of the AFC North,
One of the 3 games I got wrong last week. No, it ended up being 4. We all got 4. Because we
I know,
all picked the Bills. Even though me and
You're not
Miller
right.
both sat here like, man, we should take the Broncos. But I just couldn't because, fuck, I'm mad.
changing my
Sorry.
light color to the color of the teams who won. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but that's what I've been doing all day.
Oh, no, I
And
didn't.
that and the yellow light means it's time to talk about Steelers and the Packers.
The battle of
We
awful
lost to a 6-3
quarterbacks.
team. I don't care. They're 6-3. They're a good team, so we lost.
They're a good
boo-hoo.
defense. That's it. Except they're not.
Kind of.
That's the thing. They're actually just bad at everything, yet they win games because Mike Tomlin's a fucking god.
Okay, so
They're
I
like the
think the
22nd
funniest-
ranked defense and the 30th ranked offense, and
I
I
think
don't
the-
hate. I don't get it.
And the funniest thing about it too is there are clear paths to them being better almost everywhere, yet they neglect doing so.
Yeah.
Like they just now started using Broderick Jones.
Yep.
They're still starting Najee Harris, who I saw a tweet the other day. I know it's an old tweet, but I just saw it where somebody said Najee Harris looks like he runs like he runs like he's
Also-
wearing jeans, which is
that is no longer true.
what?
Jalen Warren got named the RB1 like today.
No, he did not.
Oh damn.
Saw like that ESPN bet account that just started was like, oh,
He won.
Jalen Warren's the new Steelers RB1.
He won.
Should you buy on him in fantasy and something like that?
I gotta
I swear I
check
saw
Twitter.
that.
I need to see. I need to see
Yeah, I'm
confirmation.
looking.
Maybe I completely read it wrong, but I swear I saw that Jalen Warren. I saw Jalen Warren RB1 in the same
Oh
post
no,
today.
Nick Farabaugh. I don't know. He follows me. I follow him. He's a Steelers beat writer. He said it didn't happen.
Oh,
Damn.
okay,
It says
never mind.
Warren and
We have
Harris
to wait
are
another
both
week.
considered starters.
Okay, well,
So,
all right.
to be fair, this game was over as soon as the Steelers announced they were rocking their throwback block number uniforms. It was over the minute that happened.
What?
Great analysis.
Isn't it?
What?
Uniforms matter, bro. The Packers also shouldn't have went gold pants. They should have went white pants. Might have worked. What's up, Miller?
I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently they're doing a Senior Bowl 75th anniversary team, and Kyle Juszczyk got named to it. Which W?
Cool.
Yeah,
On a fullback watch retweeted it. Incredible.
all right, so yeah, Packers. A couple of things.
Is Theo
The
right?
first thing,
Jake, I'm asking you
what?
this as a Packers fan. That Christian Watson returning to the Packers is the worst thing that could have happened to the Packers.
yeah, I think Jaden Reed's better than Christian Watson.
That's tough, because remember when Packers fans were telling me he was better than Justin Jefferson and was the next Randy Moss? Remember that this offseason? It wasn't you, Jake. But
Remember when a Packers fan tweeted out and called DJ Moore a journeyman receiver
oh my god.
and said the Christian Watson was better?
Yeah, so yeah, I think Jaden Reed's probably the best receiver on the Packers from what I can see.
Yeah.
Really
It's so
elusive
sad
after
that
the
Christian
catch.
Watson sucks.
He really can't he can't get up and go for a contested catch. We saw that in the Rams game. He obviously got the pick because he couldn't get the ball away. Luke Musgrave is really good. I like him a lot. Dontavian Wicks has been a really good guy on like the later downs. He's been finding his way into some space against his own defenses and just getting open for 11 and some high pressure situations. Like him a lot. Romeo's good. Christian Watson has just been a shell of himself. He completely let Patrick Peterson bully him out of that one pick they got that Patrick Peterson dipped. You're a young, physical, very, very talented wide receiver. You should not be letting 2023 Patrick Peterson bully you out of a jump ball. That's just not how that works. So
Jake, may
was
I-
one of the main picks. Yes,
May I
Miller.
provide a comparison for you?
Oh no.
I mean, sure. You just go ahead. Cut me off.
Christian Watson is Chase Claypool without the really good rookie season, or I guess with the really good rookie season, but on a
It's just
smaller
as good of a
scale.
rookie season.
I wouldn't say it was just as good.
Statistically-
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got more, if not more touchdowns. Not the yardage because he didn't really
no.
play much in the first.
Chase Claypool literally had a 4-touchdown game.
Claypool
his
won
rookie year.
games for Pittsburgh in
Yeah,
his
like-
rookie year.
There's a reason people
okay.
thought Claypool was good.
Watson, I don't know. I think
I'm
Watson. I think I like Watson's potential more than I like
Well,
Claypool's.
yeah, sure. I'll put it this
Um,
way: Watson is Claypool if he burned out earlier.
I'm not ready to call him Claypool yet.
I'd love to be wrong. By
7
the way,
tutties,
even though
600
he's in Green Bay,
yards.
I am a Watson fan. I
Fair.
loved Watson coming out of the draft. I want him to be good, but
No, Claypool had
signs-
200 more
they
yards
aren't
and 2 more
promising.
touchdowns rookie year.
Okay, so, okay, yeah, Watson played less games, so that makes about that's about right.
Claypool
Christian
only
Watson,
started 6.
Crucify him! Crucify him!
Watson started 11. Claypool started 6.
Why did Claypool only start 6 his rookie season? He played more than that. That doesn't matter.
But he that's
played
the
more
other
than
thing.
that.
Yeah, he appeared in 16. Watson appeared in 14. But also, bigger thing, the Steelers had way better receivers than the Packers did.
Deontay, Juju.
And AB was still
Eric-
there.
AB was still there his rookie year?
I think so, yeah. Let me double check.
I could have
2020 Steelers. 2020 Steelers
I thought they
had
drafted Claypool because AB left.
maybe? Maybe.
All right,
I'm pretty sure
gonna
Then
continue
Joshua
talking about the
Dobbs.
Packers game.
Sorry.
Yeah, so
Before
Jordan
the
Love
break,
actually wasn't that bad in this game. The 2 picks, one of them was Watson getting bullied by 2023 Patrick Peterson. The other one was desperation ball to the end zone with 3 seconds left from like the 20-yard line. Obviously, you'd hope he finds a guy there, but Packers receivers suck at getting open because they're young and can't get separation, and the Steelers defense is good. Micah Fitzpatrick's roaming back there. It's hard to really get open. So overall, he played a pretty solid game. He wasn't like atrocious in this game. He was making some good throws. And it's a matter of not being able to stop the run again. I mean, they gave up 183 yards rushing on the ground to Najee Harris. Well, not just Najee Harris, but 82 yards to Najee Harris, who averaged 5 yards a carry against their defense, and 50 and 101 yards to Jalen Warren, who averaged 6.7. Well, they allowed Najee Harris to do what he's good at, and that's running without contact. Because nobody touched him. So if nobody touches Najee Harris, he'll rush all over you.
Maybe.
Steelers receivers just did nothing, and they didn't have to, I guess. TJ Watt's really good.
Yeah.
And about it. I mean, it wasn't a horrible game for the Packers. They were competitive. Love played okay. The defense was pretty good for the most part. So I'm not too upset about this one. It's I don't know. I feel like Love's going to be our quarterback next year if he keeps playing like this, and I don't know if I like that or hate that. So I guess we'll see how he does the rest of the year, and then into next season after he's got a full year under his belt as a starter. But
I'd hate it because of how good the draft class is this year. I still think if you're the Packers, you pick somebody anyways.
But if Love keeps playing this level of football, they'll be in like the 7 or 8 spot, and I doubt Drake May or Caleb Williams or even Nick Penix or Bo Nix. If you don't think Bo Nix is a good quarterback, you don't know ball.
I know nothing about Bo Nix. I just see him mocked consistently at 7 or 8. So
he's a baller. Also, Jaden Daniels is insane, and I would love.
That's the LSU kid, right?
Yeah.
That guy,
he's nutty.
Viking.
Yeah, I don't know if either of you have any Steelers Packers thoughts, but that's my spiel.
Keanu Benton's really fucking good.
Sure.
He had a good game too. He was all over the place.
So sad he's not a Bear, but he's awesome.
Yeah, he went.
We have Devon. It's okay. Yeah, no.
Steelers bad win game. There's my thoughts.
Yeah. No, Keanu. I've said it 100 times, and it's not an original take, but I wholeheartedly stand by it. Keanu Benton is baby Cam Hayward, and they drafted him to sit behind Cam Hayward. So in games where Cam Hayward is in the game, he plays better because he is taking the energy away from Cam Hayward or some weird voodoo shit. I don't know, but they're like the same player. Whoa, there's a fly.
What the fuck is going on over there?
Caught me off guard. Had like a gecko moment.
I noticed.
These kids on their phones.
Yeah, people are talking to me, bro. It's important.
But
but
yeah. Steelers 23, Packers 19. Any other thoughts other than Steelers bad win game? Yeah.
Negative.
All right.
Miller's been called out in our D&D group chat.
Oh?
It was funny.
For why?
No, Ero's just like, I want to make sure everyone's good for next Friday so I can start promoting it. I really don't want to lose anyone. Cough, Miller, cough.
Listen, I have had legitimate reasons for not being there.
Bro left a D&D game for a Bears game.
Bro.
It did, like 5 minutes early.
And this is something that I want to say publicly. I have unfortunately canceled on Patrick Cypher's podcast 4 weeks in a row because of things consistently popping up.
He told me about that last week. I had fell in for you last week.
Such a struggle. Every single time he's like, "You gonna come on this Wednesday?" and I'm like,
No.
I don't know. I'll get back. And then he'll text me on Tuesday and I'll be like, "Can you do it?" And I'll be like, something will come on. And
Poor guy.
Like, mostly because 3 out of those 4 weeks we recorded this show on Wednesday, so
that's
I couldn't.
fair. That's not his fault.
And the other one,
technically, that's all Jake's fault.
For Chicago. Okay. Heading on down to Duval, where the Niners
fuck
absolutely destroyed the fraud Jaguars 34-3. Jaguars are frauds. They were never a competitor. We knew this. We finally exposed them for what they are, and that is
what is bro on?
So, Brock Purdy's back. Brock Purdy's back.
No.
He is back. 296 and 3 tutties against the best defense in the AFC.
Nah, I'm not letting you two idiots hype up Brock Purdy when you refuse to hype up Josh Dobbs. Go fuck yourself. No. Nah.
Well,
No.
one's good and
Ain't no
one's
way. One of them's just not good at football and just gets lucky because he has the greatest team around him of all time in the 49ers. It's some bullshit. I'm mad.
No,
I can't wait for this insanity run to be over so Geek can come to his senses.
Nah, see,
I
it's
really
just
can't
the
wait.
2017 script again, bro.
So yeah, I mean the Niners were just completely dominant.
Yeah.
Chase Young, of course, gets traded to a team where he's just gonna dominate, and him and Nick Bosa just absolutely wrecked Trevor Lawrence for a strip sack. George Kittle had 3 catches for 116 yards and a tutty. He just the run after catch went crazy
It's
for
Kirk
him this week.
Over, by the way.
Uh,
The touchdown
Why?
streak is Kirk Over.
yeah,
CMC
McCaffrey no longer
failed.
has a touchdown. They
not
tried
for lack of trying.
I-
though.
They tried
Which
4
makes it
downs in a row.
worse. It makes it
They had
worse.
all their,
If
they had
you
their
just
backups
don't
in at
try, it's
every
fine.
other position.
Maybe they shouldn't have done that if they actually wanted him to get it. Or maybe
Oh.
they just wanted to get CMC hurt for some reason. Because that's dumb. Oh, I'm going to have only backups blocking for my running back and wonder what happens when he gets ripped in half. Ridiculous. Bad coaching. Fire Shanahan. He can go coach
Yeah,
the
so we can get
Poverty
hired by the
Bears.
Bears.
Boys,
Yep.
boys, let's play.
Yeah.
Boys, let's play another game.
Okay, come on.
Geek,
Wouldn't watching
look at-
O'Connell and Shanahan twice a year be fun as shit?
Cinema.
Geek,
Absolute
right, Geek, don't
cinema.
look at the defensive box score. Right now. Let's play a game.
Oh,
Gentlemen. Okay.
Oh no.
In this game, 5 players had at least half a sack for the 49ers.
Okay.
Those players were Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, Javon Hargrave, Chase Young, and who?
Was it Cleveland Farrell?
It is Cleveland
That
Farrell.
was my.
Cleveland
I was either
Farrell.
going him or Randy Gregory.
Crazy.
More importantly, do you fellas know who scored a touchdown within this game of football?
Oh, this man's.
Kyle Juszczyk had
Kyle
2 catches,
Juszczyk.
2
Booms.
yards.
I
You
just
got
want to
that
say
touchdown?
the Jaguars fucking ruined me. Not because I predicted this game wrong, but in one of my fantasy leagues, I have Lawrence Etienne and Calvin Ridley. I
That
put
worked
up
out
a
this
total of 48 points in that league.
Damn.
Hammy fucking murdered me in my creator league on ESPN.
Yeah.
I got
just wanted to throw out-
rocked.
I'm going crazy.
I just want to throw out there a couple things. Number one, the 49ers are back. Very back.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had a
All
little
to
skid in the
Debo.
Yeah, listen. They
Yeah,
had
they
that
did
little
what they're
skid in
always
the-
what they literally always do. Now they get to go lose in the NFC Championship game. That's just what the
No.
Niners do.
That will not happen this year. They weren't healthy.
Well,
They got everybody back. They came out and got a statement win over the team with the longest standing win streak at the time. The offense was working on all cylinders. Purdy made a ton of holy shit type throws in this game. On tape, maybe not statistically, but on tape, this was the most impressive game of Brock Purdy's career, in my eyes at least.
Mhm.
I thought he was incredible in this game. The offense was firing on all cylinders. The defense was incredible. The Niners are firmly back. I still think they're the best team in football. I know that's a bit of a hot take. I don't care. When they're at full strength, there's not a team in the NFL that is better than them. And I wholeheartedly stand by that. Also, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Fred Warner, best non-defensive line defensive player in football. Or
Yeah.
more specifically, best non-edge defensive player in football.
Yeah.
Fucking
Right.
incredible. I love Fred Warner. Also, congratulations to him. His wife is pregnant, or girlfriend. I don't know if they're married or not. But he's going to be a dad. So, big dubs
Next
to Fred
generational
Warner.
linebacker is on the way.
Oh God.
Hell yeah.
Next the NFL's next generational linebacker.
which is incredible because I'm pretty sure his wife's having, or his partner is having a girl. But I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
They just found out she was
The
pregnant,
NFL's
and they
next
already know.
generation.
It could still
they
be the
just
next
announced
generational
it.
linebacker.
It's still, that's what I'm saying. I'm all for it.
Oh, okay.
But no, they just announced it. I'm sure they knew.
Oh man,
Yeah.
what's next?
Let's find out. I wanna
Yeah,
find
the
out if
Niners
his wife.
absolutely dominated. Did a great game. Oh, you know what's next, you sly son of a. You
Yeah,
know
it's
what's
wife.
next. You know what's next.
I do.
Yep, you do. You just wanted to be like, oh, what's next? Oh, the Vikings are
Yeah,
next.
no, you're
The
just,
Vikings?
bro. He's just he's just reading straight down Google. I just wanted to move on. I was over the Niners.
Oh, I was wrong about the daughter thing. That's
Okay.
not confirmed. But it is his wife.
The NFL's next generational linebacker. By the way.
Whoa.
Regardless of gender identity, Fred Warner's child will be the next generational linebacker.
I have a
Alright,
question.
what's up?
This is genuine.
Huh?
Both healthy. Who are you starting between Winston and Carr?
Carr. He's a better quarterback. I'm sorry that Jameis just gives you the fuck it, somebody's down there somewhere thing, and it works out randomly, and it's not because they're good throws or whatever. It's just, no, you're not winning games with Jameis. So if you want to just throw away your season, start Jameis. If you want a chance at winning your division, which is what the Saints want to do, I don't really know why, because winning their division doesn't do anything for them because they're just going to lose first round to whoever the 5 seed is. Right now, the options would be either somehow it's going to be either the NFC North or the NFC East team. So what? Eagles, Cowboys, Vikings, or Lions? All of them are beating the fuck out of the Saints in the wild card round. So I don't really know why they want to make the playoffs.
Plus, on top of all that, Jameis Winston is a total piece of shit.
True.
So
We all knew that.
yeah. But no one, we all know it, but no one wants to talk about it.
I do every time he gets brought up.
Well, I know you do, but I'm saying like as a whole,
But
as a general
maybe a very
consensus.
different reason than you, but we'll talk about that one off of here. We'll deal with that shit later. I don't want to get into it on the show. We'll deal with it later. Fuck off.
Okay.
But
sorry,
because I think one of us is missing something somewhere, so we'll deal with that later.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we play the sack game again? Because I want to see if Geek knows his team.
Ooh. Okay.
3 players got a sack.
Paul.
3 players got a sack on this team.
Yeah, Daniil did.
One Neil Hunter, and who was the third?
Ooh. I hate that I didn't get to watch this game, so I'm going full guess. Okay, can I like ask position, or is that cheating? Or like, can I guess position first, or you just want the player?
But I don't know. I do know now, so you can ask position if you'd like.
Okay. So is it a linebacker, or is it a DB?
No, it is a defensive end.
Okay. So our DNs, we got Daniil, DJ. Is it Patrick Jones?
No.
Fuck. Andre Carter, I don't think is active.
On Google, he might not actually be a D.
Oh God. Davenport didn't play. Dean Lowry sucks, so it wasn't him.
Where's number 90?
Wait. A Sezzy?
No.
Sezzy, he wore 90. Who the fuck wears 90 now? I'm
Want me to
lost.
tell you?
Is it
Jonathan Bullard?
Oh fuck. Yeah, okay.
There's legend.
Yeah, I knew that. Okay. I forget he exists because he doesn't play. Like, normally it's either Dean Lowry or Jacqueline Roy in his spot, so I never see Bullard on the field. So
Is he even a D?
He is. He's a defensive end.
Geek. Tell us about the Vikings and why they might be good. Go ahead.
No, the Vikings are definitely good. I don't. Right now, we have a top 10 defense, a top 10 O-line, and like Josh Dobbs, you can make the argument that he's not good, since that's what a lot of people like to do. But I mean, I think he's good enough to win you games because he has an incredible team around him. Shit, he's winning you games with, yes, Jordan Addison and Hawkinson are good, but who are his other weapons right now? Brandon Powell, Tristan Jackson, N'Keal Harry. Running backs giving you 2.2 yards per carry. Like, Kevin O'Connell is an incredible play caller. The defense is great. The O-line is... Weirdly, you get rid of Ezra Cleveland, and suddenly Ed Ingram's good. I don't know what the correlation was there, because we got rid of our other guard and Ed Ingram started playing good. But hey, it works because now the O-line's really good. And Josh Dobbs, well, obviously he's not Kirk, but in a lot of these situations, that's really worked out. Having a mobile quarterback is kind of fun. I didn't know it was that was like, it's been a long time. Well, no, he's not Lamar, but like Kirk can't move.
Imagine if this team had Lamar.
Oh, dude, that would be nuts. But like, yeah, seeing Josh Dobbs make plays is fun. I think Ty Chandler's finally probably stepping into the RB1 role because I think Alex Madison will be out this week, which is tough. Because love him or hate him, I think you still need the duo. I don't think Ty Chandler can be like the only guy. And I don't think having Kene Nwangwu as the other guy works either, because him and Ty Chandler are the same dude.
Yeah.
Like their play style, they're just the same guy. But hey, we're finally going to start getting healthy. All the reports are saying Jefferson will be back this week. KJ will be back this week. Still going to have Hawk and Addison, so this should be fun. Also, we just re-signed Anthony Barr because Jordan Hicks is hurt, so that's interesting.
Took him back, a 40-year-old Anthony Barr.
He's not that old, and I kind of think there's a world where we just use him as what he should have been when he was drafted. Instead of an off-ball linebacker, just use him as a pass rusher. He was compared to Khalil Mack for a reason. Yeah.
Anthony Barr is 31 years old. That just
What
doesn't
the
make sense.
hell?
Doesn't make any sense. He's so much older.
He was
than
like
that.
the user
I'm
god in Madden.
Anthony Barr the GOAT, man. I don't know. The secondary's finally playing really well. Mekhi Blackman looks awesome, which very exciting. Though both Mekhi Blackman and Byron Murphy both got mossed this week, which is tough. Not a huge fan of that. But I mean, whatever. Chris Olave things, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just still mad that no one's respecting Daniil Hunter. It's bugging me.
He's very good.
He's like 10th.
Your respect.
He's like 10th in DPOY odds, leading the league in tackles for loss and sacks. This is sadness.
Fred Warner higher than him. Please tell me Fred Warner's higher than him.
I have no idea.
He better be.
I know
Fred Warner is my depoy.
That's fair. You know, I wouldn't argue that, but you can't tell me Daniil hasn't played like one of the 10 best defenders this year. You can't.
Right.
So, I don't know. Vikings good. Miller, tell me about how you hate Josh Dobbs this week.
Well, I told you when we were talking, I don't like hate Josh Dobbs. It's just I don't think he's like some great quarterback. I think he's a journeyman backup that is being elevated by the talent around him right now. When
And
you have
great
KOC,
coaching.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, when you have KOC, when you have Hawk who's playing out of his mind, he's like on pace to have a top 15 all-time receiving season for a tight end right now, which is not getting talked about nearly enough. But Hawk's been awesome. Jordan Addison's been awesome. Like, Dobbs is just doing what he has to and then making some, like, really fun circus plays.
His legs are what's, I think, the only thing that he's doing really well. Like, everything else, it's just like, dude, you're going to have an open receiver. The offense is just designed that way. And then now, once you get KJ and Jefferson back, it's like somebody's going to be open somewhere. They just will be.
Yeah.
But the mobility is something that I love.
Yeah. I would like to say there are some specific things I'd like to shit on the Saints for.
Do it.
If I may.
I love shitting on the Saints. Let's go.
So first and foremost, Michael Thomas might be the biggest bitch on the planet. Did you guys hear about why specifically he got in trouble off the field recently?
None of that was actually real.
It wasn't?
No. Like, it.
Aww.
So,
It's so
like,
funny.
Apparently the brick never got thrown. He did take the dude's phone, but he gave it back. Like, he never even got put in
the
the
brick
cop
was
car.
the
Like,
funny part.
but
I
also,
wanted the brick to be
I
real
kind
so
of
bad.
get it, bro.
Listen, even if you get it, I just loved the idea of Michael Thomas throwing a brick at a truck windshield and not doing any damage
yeah.
to it. Like, how weak of a throw would that have
Right.
to be? That's the only reason why I was calling him a bitch. I
Matt
don't...
Jones had the.
if
Yeah,
Matt Jones and Michael Thomas's
If
arm.
Michael Thomas had the arm of a toddler,
He would have broke
would've
that
smashed
windshield.
No,
No,
but the real
okay.
reason I hate the Saints, that was just a side thing. I just wanted to laugh at Michael Thomas being a weakling, but apparently that's not true. The real reason I hate the Saints is these assholes put Adam Prentice on injured reserve, put a defensive tackle at fullback. It worked like maybe once. This defensive tackle got taken out of a play by Eddie Jackson. And then when Adam Prentice came off injured reserve, they cut him to sign Jason Pierre-Paul.
JPP.
Saints need to be abolished. They need to be burned to the ground.
I agree.
And we need to talk more about how they help the Catholic Church cover up bad things.
We also need to talk about, did y'all see, I definitely shared it on Twitter, Danielle Hunter get called for illegal hands to the face when the Saints O lineman ripped his helmet off? Like, grabbed his face mask, took his helmet off. That was a penalty on Danielle, apparently.
Yeah, he shouldn't have let him take his helmet.
Right, yeah. It's like, what the fuck was that, bro? It was incredible.
I think the penalty was actually for lack of hands to the face.
Right, I guess.
They wanted him to grab his own face mask and keep it on.
Yeah.
Nah, see, it would have just been better if that play ended with a sack, so we had the Danielle Hunter, TJ Watt, JJ Watt thing of getting the sack with the helmet ripped off.
I need a Derek Watt play like that. He needs to come back on a team, score a
He
touchdown,
needs to lose his helmet.
and do that.
There you go.
Yeah. Need a big Derek Watt
Just to
play like
put
that.
Geek's mind at ease, Danielle Hunter is now 5th in Defensive Player of the
Let's
Year.
go.
So
As he
Where's
should
Fred
be.
Warner?
4th.
Fred Warner is 9th.
Oof.
Racism.
I don't know about that, but
And
it's
he's above
because
both of them.
no, it's because
He's
he's a
above both of them.
linebacker. That's 100% what it is. It's because
Here are the guys in,
linebackers
the guys
know
in front of
value.
Sorry,
here are the guys in
Positionism.
Yes.
here are the guys in front of him. Garrett, Watt, Parsons, Crosby, Hunter, Reddick, Josh Allen, Chris Jones, Fred Warner.
I want
love Josh
Warner
Allen
above
doing
everybody
that.
except Josh Allen, but then I also want to move a couple people down.
I have not been paying attention to Hassan Reddick, so I don't know
Not-
if he's deserving of
no.
being the 6th highest odds for Depot.
Josh Allen needs moved up.
That.
Warner needs moved up. Parsons confuses me because he's been playing great, but the numbers aren't there, and I don't think you get depoy without the numbers unless a different number is like off the charts, like the one Aaron Donald year where it's like, yeah, he only had 12 sacks, but he had 85 pressures.
Drop off from Parsons to Crosby is pretty big, though.
So Dexter
Parsons is
Lawrence isn't in the
290.
top 10?
Nope.
No. Not on DraftKings, at least.
Well, the DraftKings more
'Cause
like
numbers.
the draft
Dude,
jesters,
It's
'cause they're
numbers.
dumb.
Pressures.
But it also doesn't make any sense because they don't put people there because the numbers aren't perfect. But then when the numbers say you're best, we're also not going to put you there. I don't understand how this works.
Yeah.
It's almost like they have an agenda.
Normally, I stand by the
why,
only reason Danielle Hunter's not in first is because he's a Viking. Stand by it.
Who's number one?
Myles Garrett.
Garrett.
Getting the Joel Embiid treatment of he hasn't been the best this year, but he's been good enough and he just hasn't got one yet, so we'll give it to him. He's getting the Joel Embiid treatment.
If I had told you before the beginning of this season that after 9 games of football, Texans and the Bengals would have the same record, what would you have said?
CJ Stroud the GOAT, and I was right.
And here we are.
CJ Stroud the GOAT, and I was
30,
right.
The Bengals 27. You know who's good at football? Devin Singletary.
Yeah. You know who's great at football?
Noah Brown.
CJ Stroud.
You know who's even better at football? Sheldon
Schultz.
Rankins.
Oh man, not this guy.
You know who's even
Sheldon
better?
Rankins had like 12 pressures in 3 sacks or some dumb shit. He actually had like a Dexter Lawrence type game.
Yeah.
It was insane.
So,
guys,
yeah, go ahead.
let's play another little defensive stat game here.
Oh, no.
Okay, interceptions. Texans had 2 players get interceptions this game.
I know
one
both.
of them was Shaquille Griffin. Then don't say it. I want Miller to guess.
Okay.
One of them was Shaquille Griffin, and the other one.
Hold on.
I want to yell it
cut-
before
no, they
you
cut a
yell
different
before you
player.
pick it, or like after Miller goes. I want to yell it before you
Was
announce
it another DB?
Yeah, it's a DB.
Corner?
Don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
Let me check. 50.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Safety.
Safety was number 30. I'm gonna give you that because I don't think he'll get it still.
50 versus 30. Yeah, I have no clue.
DeAndre Houston Carson, the GOAT. GOAT. He
Why
also
does Miller
led
care
the team
about him
in.
so much?
He also led the team in tackles.
My
Why is Miller
glorious
so happy
king,
about this?
DeAndre Houston.
What am I missing
Carson.
here? Was he a bear?
He was a bear for a
was
long
a bear.
time. Yeah. He was one of those guys that would come in as like the third safety randomly and then make he genuinely there were like 3 or 4 games towards the end of his Bears tenure where he'd be the third safety, he'd come in randomly, make a massive game-winning pick and then do nothing else. And he's also like a dog on special teams. That makes me so happy. I didn't know someone signed him.
THC got
Oh,
a
that
pick
just
in this
made my
game.
day.
So yeah, this is a great game. I mean, Stroud threw away the game essentially with a pick 6. That should have put it out of reach. But CJ Stroud marches his guys down the field, gets the game-winning drive, capped off by a Matt Amendola field goal. CJ Stroud's really good at football. He's cool under pressure. He's refined. He is everything you want out of a rookie quarterback, and the Texans are playoff contenders. And who would have thought that?
Should he be a real MVP candidate?
I would have thought they would have been playoff contenders.
Yeah, because the NFC South or the AFC South sucks.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
there was a
both
hot take
actually
episode.
suck.
I'm pretty sure we had a mailbag where someone asked us for like if the Texans could be a playoff contender, and we all said yes.
Yeah, because it's
For
like
something along those lines.
the Jaguars should win the
definitely
division,
thought
but
they could
like
be.
you never know.
I definitely thought they could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
You know who else is really good at football? We didn't mention
Devin Singletary.
No.
Noah Brown.
Well, we
I
did
actually
kind
said
of.
that, but yeah.
Did we? Oh, I
Um,
missed it.
but
Sorry,
not
I
a
zoned
lot.
out. He's awesome. Yeah, no.
7 catches, 172 yards.
Did
dude.
Nico
he-
not play?
And they're all yes. Nico
Okay.
Collins is hurt.
Oh, okay.
Noah Brown's entire job in Houston is just run crossers, and I think that's so funny. That's all they
It
have
works.
him do. It's like, hey, if we're
works.
going up against man coverage, Tank's gonna go be Tank. Anything else, you're our guy. Just go do your thing, and it works. Also, how is Tank Dell still alive?
No idea.
That was a crazy hit.
That man,
Crazy hit.
respectfully, had to have been pissing blood that night. Like, that was fucking crazy.
John Mechie sighting. He had 2
Oh,
catches.
hell yeah.
Love it.
Don't let Mechie start cooking. It'll be over for the league.
Oh,
But yeah, I
don't
mean,
be there.
Bengals, Joe Burrow threw a couple
I did
costly
like
interceptions.
Mechie more than Judy when they came out, so I would love it if Mechie started cooking. That would be the
Joe Burrow
Texans
threw a
jersey.
couple
I buy.
costly interceptions. The Bengals just, I don't know, man. They couldn't close it out, and Stroud even handed them the pick 6, and they still couldn't do it. Defense couldn't stop that offense. I mean, D'Amico Ryan's head coach of the year candidate.
Head coach of the
Um,
year. Hell
nice.
yeah.
I saw somebody on Twitter. I forget who it was, but referred to it only as that in like their midseason award picks.
That's
I don't know
fair
why.
because there is assistant coach of the year.
It's,
So
it's right, but it's funny to call it that.
yeah,
It is funny to call it
it's
that.
technically correct.
Yeah.
Just because you're
That would
right
be like
doesn't mean you
calling
get to keep your
MVP
kneecaps.
quarterback of the year, you know?
I mean, they might as well.
Not
Josh
this year.
Dobbs for MVP.
Not this year. And
McCaffrey.
according to according to RG3, AJ Brown's the MVP.
No,
So if you want to jump
Based-
on that narrative, you can.
Based?
No,
I want to jump on that.
Arthur
train, you
Juan
can't.
Brown. I'm with it. I'm with it.
I'm not.
Cannot
with
be
it.
his name. Is it
Arthur
actually Juan?
Juan Brown.
Arthur Juan Brown.
That's crazy. All right.
Wait until you
Baker and
find
the
out
Bucks.
Dak's name.
Rain Dakota
I was
Prescott.
gonna say it's
Dakota
Rain.
Prescott.
Bro's
Wait until you
name
find
is
out
Weather.
Matthew Stafford's
I
name.
cannot believe he doesn't go by Rain.
Right? That'd be
Yeah.
so much better.
Yeah.
Bro just is the weather.
Just as a side
Isn't
topic, I
Matthew
love NFL.
Stafford's real name like John or something?
Pretty sure it's John.
Something
Yeah,
goofy like that?
I'm pretty sure his name is John
Okay.
Matthew Stafford. I love NFL
That's
players
tough.
who don't go by their real name because when we get to find out their real name, it's so funny.
Yeah, like
Except
Tank.
for in the case of or in the case of like DJ Moore, where we don't talk about his real name.
What is his real name?
Aniston Oliver Moore Jr.
But it goes by DJ.
Stinky. Fucking yeah.
Aniston.
Deniston. That's
Yeah.
Bro, I'm
Also,
sorry.
I want to circle back for a slight moment since Geek said Tank. That reminded me. Jaguars, Tank Bigsby, Brenton Strange both suck, and I was so right about those being awful picks.
I mean, they were terrible. Everybody knew those were terrible picks. Brandon Strange in
Yes,
the
I
second
know,
was
but I was like
crazy.
vehemently against them, and I got
Crazy.
Jaguars try to talk me into them.
But you didn't listen because you're
I
based.
didn't. I persevered.
All right.
Anyways,
But
continuing.
yeah, Baker and the Bucks took down Will Levis and the Titans 20-6. What do you think, boys?
Kalijah Kansi's the real deal, and so is Yaya Diaby.
Baker, real deal. Baker, real deal.
Is Baker the real deal? You really believe that?
Yes.
Do you think the Buccaneers will draft a quarterback next year?
I still don't know.
What do you think? Should they? Should they?
I still don't know. Because I don't.
Okay.
If you're in a position to get one of the top 3, 4, 5 guys, then yeah. But if you're picking, early 20s because you made the playoffs, I don't think you reach on a guy just because whatever. I think Baker is good enough. You can rock with him, especially in what will still probably be a fairly quarterback weak NFC.
Yeah.
Like, sure, maybe
Mm-hmm.
the Bears draft a guy. Maybe they don't. Then they keep Fields or whatever. Maybe the Cardinals won't. Basically, every other top pick is weirdly an AFC team, even though they all have good odds of making the playoffs because the AFC's weird.
Parody.
The weirdest, yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I like
This
Baker.
was not a great game from Levis
No.
either. Yeah.
But that's a really good defense. No, I'm sorry. We still got wide receiver 1 Kyle Phillips as a thing. So what do you want bro to do?
Hey, respect UCLA legend Kyle Phillips.
I'm not even trying to hate on Kyle Phillips.
He's the next
But
Julian
fuck.
Edelman.
Cool. Will Levis isn't Brady. No matter how much you like or hate Will Levis, he will never be Brady. He's too busy putting mayo in his coffee to be Brady.
I mean, that sounds like it could be part of the Brady health plan or whatever
No.
it is he calls it. The Brady method.
That's
the
not
TB12
TB12.
method.
No.
That's what he calls it, the TB12 method. The Brady health plan. That's fucking Frostburg's medical facility. It's the Brady Health Center. I was wondering where I got Brady Health from.
All right. But the Buccaneers need an O-line and a running back really bad.
Yeah. Well, not a running back.
I'm not in on Rashad White, dude.
I am all in on Rashad White.
Guy who
When
got
they block
2
for him, he looks
20 carries
awesome.
for 51 yards.
Against the
shoot.
Titans,
Have yards per
who
carry.
have
When they
one
block
real
for
defensive
him,
player.
When they block for him, he is awesome. He's a threat
They
out
can't
of the
block
backfield
for him
as a
against
pass
the Titans.
catcher. He's an awesome dual threat back. They just don't have a line. We've got Tristan Wirfs and
Who'd they
I
draft?
think
Cody
Cody
Mauch?
Mock's. Cody Mock's been all right.
Mauch, whatever. Names are stupid and I hate them. It's my job to read names and I'm bad at it, so I hate them.
Wow, that sucks. Maybe get better.
Miller football over here.
Yeah.
Become
Bucks
literate.
20. and 6.
Who's got
Vita Vea,
glasses and still can't
me,
read?
couple
No, I can
those
read.
guys.
Names are just stupid. You'll read.
You're stupid, Geck.
I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on.
Geck sleaze.
Okay.
Wow.
Why does Geck sound like a slur?
The Chargers failed
The
us.
first one I kind of thought it was, yeah. Lions 41, Chiefs or Chargers 38.
So we all picked the Vikings to win the North. The Chargers failed us.
Did you guys see that clip of the Chargers D-line getting blown off the line of scrimmage
Yeah.
on 3rd and 1? They got pushed 3 yards up the field before David Montgomery even got the football.
Yeah.
That is insane. I've never seen that happen in an NFL game before.
Dude, Monty and Jahmyr Gibbs have like the potential to be like an all-time Thunder and Lightning duo, and I hate it.
Monty and Gibbs are what people wanted Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift to be.
Genuinely though.
Also, Monty's 75-yard touchdown with one of the nastiest cuts we've seen all season. Fucking hook it
Crazy.
directly.
Crazy.
Right there. Fucking dude, I'm so sad the Bears have to play the Lions this week. I don't want to root against David Montgomery ever. I love him.
It's all right.
he's
We're
one of my
all hoping the Bears
ever.
decide to bounce back this week. Go win a game.
so back.
I
Fields
need
is
you to
back.
be.
Nate Davis is back. Kari Blasingham's back.
I need you to be back.
No,
Justin Fields' legacy game incoming.
Yeah. The only real takeaway from this game, for anyone who is smart, anyone who has a functioning brain, is Justin Herbert's really fucking good at football.
Uh-huh.
He just doesn't have a team around him that can play up to his standards.
What do you
He
mean?
has been failed.
It's his fault. Quarterbacks
Oh, right, I'm
quarterbacks are
sorry.
a win stat. Yeah,
I forgot he's supposed to play linebacker and defend the run.
absolutely.
My bad, guys. I forgot.
Well, I
he's
mean,
supposed
they've
to be
spent
Jordan
so much
Travis.
money on that defense that, like, it obviously can't be the defense's fault. They've put all their money there.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that?
They paid Eric Kendricks fucking $12 million to solve this issue.
Oh,
It
goodness.
worked.
Why didn't I think of that?
For /S for everyone on the internet that's stupid enough to think I was being serious. Good God.
Keenan Allen had a really good game.
Yeah, Keenan
Definitely.
Allen's good at football.
That was well.
Keenan Allen is what
Yeah,
everybody
Keenan
thinks
Allen.
Adam Thielen is.
Yeah.
But yeah, like neither team got a sack in this game.
That's insane.
Like neither team
Jer-
hit the quarterback.
That's the other thing I wanted to say. I'm kind of becoming a Jared Goff fan.
L.
Dude, he's not the Jared Goff from LN anymore. He's become a real quarterback that can, like, game manage at a very high level.
We thought that about him once before.
I know we did, but this year, I mean, he's
Nothing's
awesome.
different than the best year he had with McVay. Nothing's different.
And they
I don't
went
know,
to
he
the
looks
Super Bowl.
listen, he looks a lot more poised in the pocket. He's a
Well,
lot
that's what I'm
better
saying.
under
And then
pressure.
Goff's inability to do anything lost him a Super Bowl.
Right, but that's been how many years ago now?
Cool. So if that's what you want for the Lions is to make a Super Bowl and lose and then be irrelevant until you trade for somebody, I guess there you go. You found your guy.
I mean, Like,
making
this
the
was
Super
a
Bowl
really
all, right?
impressive game from Goff.
if
Like,
you
he
ain't
was under
first,
a
you're
lot of
last.
pressure. He was under a lot of pressure this game and was still getting the ball out in like just over 2 seconds. Like
Mhm.
he played really, really good football for what he needed to do.
Do you
Now,
have a-
I'm not saying he's like a top 10 quarterback. I'm not saying he's someone who elevates an offense. But, you know, I'm a firm believer that the term game manager shouldn't have a negative connotation. And I think as far as game managers go, there's not a lot that are better than Goff right now. Granted,
That's
that's also coming from a stance of I don't think Kirk's a game manager at this
Right.
point. I don't think Dak's a game manager at this point.
I was going to say it depends on what you view as game managers because a lot of people think Burrow, Dak, and Kirk are game managers.
No, they're just pocket passers.
Right.
Those
Pocket
not the
passers
same
are
thing.
game managers, bro.
Every
Yeah.
quarterback before 1980 was a game manager, and even then there were only 2 in the league, 1 in the league that wasn't. Actually, no. When did Randall Cunningham start playing? Was it the 80s or the 90s?
80s.
Okay, so I was right.
And then Warren Moon, also in the 80s.
Yeah. Oh, Warren Moon was the 80s too. You're right. So there were two that weren't game managers in the 1980s, and then in the late
Before
2000s,
that, you
everyone
had
decided.
Fran Tarkenton. He was the only non-game manager.
Right. And then in the late 2000s, all the quarterbacks learned that they can actually play football and don't have to game manage.
Yes. 100%.
And
Yeah.
that's the story of the NFL, folks. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Okay. Justin Herbert played really good in this game. Unfortunate that they had to lose it. Fire Brandon Staley, bring in Belichick, get this team on the right track.
The Lions have to figure out their defense.
Yeah.
This is not going to go well when you face a single team that has a defense. Like, look what happened when they played the Ravens. You face a fraction of a defense, you're going to get slaughtered. Because your defense can't stop anything. Like, genuinely, I know I'm jumping ahead, but like, the Bears should put up 30. This Lions defense can't do shit against anybody. I know they had the good game against Mahomes in week 1, but I don't actually think that's having a good game against Mahomes. The Lions, the Chiefs receivers were open. They just couldn't catch.
Yeah.
Like,
they gave up 38 to Herbert and the Chargers. They ain't giving up any more than 30 against the Bears.
I think they are.
First game back.
You're overestimating the Lions' defensive abilities. What can they stop?
Underestimating the it factor Justin Fields now possesses.
Right? Look what Fields did to the Commanders, whose defense is 45 times better than the Lions.
I'm trusting him in fantasy this week. He better perform.
Valid.
Guys, he's back.
Oh, Kyler.
He's back. Kyler Murray is so
I'm
back.
so happy.
He's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. He's
Can't
a top
be
5
happier than me.
in the NFC.
I can, actually.
Kyler Murray, welcome back. Kyler Murray did not pass the ball particularly well this game, unfortunately. But he did run the ball very well and showed how elusive he still is. His first game off an ACL out there, he made one of the craziest rushing plays a quarterback has made all year on a 3rd and 10 to get them a first down on the game-winning drive. This dude is crazy.
Also, I mean, to be fair, the Falcons' defense isn't that bad. I know everybody was clowning on them because Josh Dobbs, on 4 days of not knowing who the fuck his teammates were, clowned them. But I don't think that's really a shot at the Falcons' defense. That's more a shot at Kevin O'Connell and just being awesome. Like, I genuinely...
Yeah.
The Falcons' defense has been good and is still good. They had a rough game in maybe the worst circumstance they could have had their rough game in. Against any other team, it doesn't matter. But against Josh Dobbs on 2 days of prep is a little tough.
I know you're looking at the box score, so you don't spoil this, but Miller.
Okay. Oh, no.
2 players on the Cardinals had a rushing touchdown in this game. One of them was Kyler Murray. Who was the other one?
Amari DeMercado did not play.
No. I'm not clowning you. No.
We're safe. Was it a
We're
running
not
back?
safe.
No, sir, it was not.
Was it a receiver?
No, sir, it was not.
Trey McBride did not have a rushing touchdown, did he?
No, sir, he did not.
Clayton Tune had one, didn't he? I saw the
Clayton
QB
Tune had a
sneak. I almost
rushing
forgot about it.
touchdown.
That's
Clayton
right.
Tune had a rushing touchdown in this game. Average the same amount.
God, I love it.
Ugh.
The same amount of yards per carry as Keontae Ingram in this game.
What,
Oof.
one?
Yeah.
1 for 1. Yep.
Oh.
Keontae went 2 for 2.
Yep.
My Keontae Ingram take has not aged well
guys,
at all.
Yeah.
One
It's
thing
okay,
I
they
want to
got
bring
Michael
up
Carter
and talk
now.
about. One thing I want to bring up here. Trey McBride
Yes.
has been in a very good stretch of games. He's been on a very good stretch of games recently. This guy is pretty legit. I really hope the Cardinals keep playing poorly enough to be in Marvin Harrison Jr. conversations, because seeing him and Kyler would just be so crazy. Okay, Miller, I have a genuine question. if the Bears pick first overall, which looks like they will, are you willing to take Marvin Harrison Jr.? If
Okay, let's say
Fields
you
ends
have
up being
picks
the guy.
1 and 3. Pick 2 is the Cardinals. Are you taking MHJ?
you
1?
gotta take MHJ, you
Ooh,
have to.
Okay,
The Cardinals will take him
it's more
immediately.
fun.
Yeah.
I gotta find
Or they'll
some. You
trade
have
away
picks
the
1 and
number of picks
4.
to use quarterback.
The Cardinals and who's a QB?
Actually,
needy
no.
team? The Patriots are at 2 and 3. Bears have picks 1 and 4. Who do you take 1?
It depends on what Fields does the next 7 weeks.
Nope, based off
Yeah, 'cause the
today.
thing is,
Who do
like-
you take 1?
So if it ended today, where we think Fields sucks,
Yes.
I take the quarterback.
Do you? Or do
Yeah.
you take MHJ and then just take
Listen,
Drake May at 4?
I mean, if
Here's
you
the
have
thing.
one, if you
No
have 1 and
guarantee-
3, you
listen.
take.
if it's 1 and 4,
I mean, if MHJ's
always
gone, the
potential that the-
Cardinals trade down.
right,
Yes.
And then May and
Um,
Caleb are gone.
right. Not only that, from my understanding, this receiver class is pretty good.
Yeah.
So you can wait until day 2 to draft a
It's
receiver.
so
At 4,
good. It is
you can
so
go
good.
get an edge. You can get Jerzon Newton. You can take a tackle. I don't think you need to take a tackle. I like where Braxton Jones is at. But you have other possibilities than Marvin Harrison Jr. I want to throw this out here real quick because a lot of Bears
Yeah.
fans have been pissing me off with this. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be a generational player. He's going to be fucking incredible. Would I love to have him in Chicago? Yes, 10 times over. Him and DJ Moore would be fucking insane. However, this draft is not a failure if we do not draft him.
Yes, it is.
Marvin Harrison Jr. should not be the number 1 priority at this very moment.
Maybe
Now,
he
if Fields
should
comes
be.
out,
Because
if
he
Fields
might be the
comes out
best
the next-
prospect.
right, but quarterback's more important. And we
Even though
already
I
have a
still think it's
solidified number
Caleb,
1
people are
receiver.
just weird.
Yeah. If Fields comes out the next 7 games and plays lights out and somehow proves he's going to be the starter, which I am rooting like hell for.
Yeah.
Do not get me wrong. That is what I want more than anything in this world. But at the end of the day, I don't care who our quarterback is as long as he's not a piece of shit and he's good. Right? Caleb and Drake May do not appear to be pieces of shit, so I'm happy with either of them too. That being said, if it comes down to the point where it's Caleb or Drake May,
Caleb's a piece of shit. He wrote fuck on
Who
his
thinks his-
fingernails.
no, he paints his fingernails. He's in touch with his masculinity.
He cried. Hugged his
Oh my
mom.
God.
He's
my God.
bad.
Comfortable in his own skin. Let's berate him for being a young man.
Yeah, Giants
That's what it
fans.
sounds like. Giants fans have an
Fucking hate
IQ of
them.
6.
We knew
Um,
that with the Daniel Jones is better than Dak
Right.
takes that existed on the internet.
Right.
All right,
That
yeah,
being said,
Marvin
if it comes
Harrison.
down to
Whoever.
quarterback versus Marv and you don't have quarterback solidified, take the quarterback, no questions asked. Marv is going to be incredible and it'll suck seeing him play elsewhere. If you have to pass on him, you still have Deniston, who is amazing, and you can get a quarterback to throw Deniston touchdown passes.
Guys, Arthur Smith finally did something smart in this game. Bijan Robinson, 22 carries. They
Yeah.
gave him the rock finally, and he did nothing with it. That's why they shouldn't give him carries. No, I'm just kidding. He averaged 4.3 yards a carry and had a touchdown.
There you go.
So, yeah, Kyler Murray's back. The Cardinals are back. They're going to play themselves out of MSJ conversations with how good Kyler is. So, oopsies.
Fire Arthur Smith. I'm
Yeah.
going to beat the
Yeah.
table this way until he's fired. I'm done.
All right. That's bright. Giants Cowboys. Cowboys 49, Giants 17. Gentlemen,
Yeah.
I think.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Gonna
I
Cowboy.
mean, that is what happened.
I
We knew it was going to happen.
I got nothing much to say here.
Dexter
I mean-
Lawrence have a good game statistically.
Um,
I feel like he tends to do
Yeah.
that.
3 tackles.
Oh.
So
I'm sure he had some pressures, and those are pretty cool.
Probably
Yeah,
had a
because
good
he
amount of
had the
pressure.
one where he had the QB
Yeah, he had
hit
some
where he
insane
got
tape, too.
hit by 3 guys.
He had some
Biotish
insane
beat him.
tape.
Forgot
Zach
about this.
Martin and Trey hit him. He like jumps over their legs, fights through them, and hits Dak for some reason. Fucking ridiculous.
You know, that is the one thing I will say about the Giants. Dexter Lawrence is really good at football.
True.
Yeah.
Deontay Banks has also been pretty solid, but
Yeah, could.
sad state New York Giants are in, unfortunately. I feel really bad for Daniel Jones. Like, was it this week or last week that he got hurt? It was last week, right?
Yeah.
I feel really bad for Daniel Jones, but yeah. Giants are really bad. I hope they figure out their quarterback situation. Cowboys are still fucking awesome.
Yeah, Cowboys are really good, and the Giants are terrible. So that's about all I had to say there. Seahawks 29, Commanders 26. Sam Howell's
What a game. Yeah, Sam Howell is
Howell's
legit,
pretty good.
dude.
Let's
Yeah.
play.
I
okay,
may be getting to the
let's do
point
this
where I
again.
have to eat my words on that one.
Let's do this again.
But I'm
Let's
still
play.
just.
Who is the leading receiver for the Washington Commanders, gentlemen? Geek, you might know
The
'cause of
Commanders?
Fox.
I know who it was.
Oh, you do?
It
Oh,
was many men himself, Mr. Brian Robinson.
nuts.
Yeah.
I was going to guess Curtis Samuel just because you seemed shocked, so I was going to go out the box.
Chris Samuel had 2 catches for 6 yards.
I just opened it. Byron Pringle had a catch.
But yeah, Sam Howell is really good, and he played a really good game. The Seahawks are pretty good.
Geno's
I
back,
don't
too.
actually know what to think of them. Geno was back. He definitely did not play an absolute stinker like he did against the Ravens.
Yeah.
They wrote him off. He ain't right
yeah,
back.
It was the Ravens defense. So like,
I want to
yeah.
point out, on Twitter, I called the last 2 drives. I said I need a Sam Howell legacy drive. Or, I'm sorry, I said I need a Geno legacy drive. Was it the Seahawks or Commanders who won? I already forgot.
Yes.
Yeah, so I said I needed a Sam Howell legacy drive and I needed a touchdown to Curtis Samuel. Got a Sam Howell legacy drive, but we didn't get Curtis Samuel touchdown. Then I said I needed a Geno legacy drive capped with a touchdown to JSN. We got a Geno legacy drive that ended in a field goal. So
Geno failed you.
Geno and Howell failed me fantasy-wise. But I'm
Mhm.
glad they both had big drives to end the game. There were like 5
Yeah.
games this week that got decided by a field goal, which is sick as fuck. And this
Yeah,
game was awesome.
They both play great games. An awesome game. Yeah,
Also, Sam Howell leads the league in passing yards.
he does now. Yes.
That's the most important statistic now because it fits my
Mhm.
agenda.
Boye Mafa and Leonard Williams both got sacks.
Boye
did.
Mafe, yeah, he has like a crazy streak of games with a sack. It's like 6 or 7. Fucking going
Yeah,
crazy.
Boye, my goat,
Well, yeah.
I wanted him so bad.
Also, I love that Leonard Williams is playing good because I want my take of that trade was actually good to age well.
I'm
Trade
sure it won't, but yeah.
Why do
They
you feel...
overpaid.
No, they didn't.
I think they overpaid a little bit, but all things considered, I think it was a worthwhile overpay.
I really don't think it was an overpay. Really. Leonard Williams
I mean,
is really fucking good. I don't know where this whole take that he's not worth a second round pick.
I mean,
Come on.
I don't know. I think
basically
he's
a
worth a little
third
bit less
round
than
pick.
a second round. I think he's worth less than a second rounder, but when you factor in the whole contract thing, it makes it better. I don't know. Point is, I liked the trade either way, regardless of the semantics of it. I liked the trade for Seattle, and a lot of people seem to not to. And I wanted to sound like the smart guy, and I hope I do, because I like doing that sometimes.
But okay, Sunday Night Football, Raiders 16, Jets 12.
I didn't watch this.
So, Garrett Wilson's a
Echoes.
moron. Everybody's blaming
No.
Conklin for that Hail Mary fail. Conklin went up to catch it like so. Garrett Wilson scooped the ball out of Conklin's hands and then dropped it anyways. Conklin caught the game-winning touchdown, and Garrett Wilson got the pass defended because I'm the superstar wide receiver, my play. I'm so mad because I love Tyler Conklin, Minnesota legend.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Yeah, well, Garrett made a bad play.
Unhappily, tight end got the ball stripped away by a guy who can actually catch a football.
All I know
Usually.
about this game is Brees Hall didn't do shit. and it made
Conklin
me
had
really
7
sad.
catches for 70 yards, you loser.
Garrett Wilson had 9 catches. 4 better.
Garrett Wilson also had 24 targets to Conklin's 7. Well,
yeah, let's talk about that. Brees Hall averaged less yards per carry than Josh Jacobs.
Brees Hall averaged less yards
better?
per carry than Dalvin Cook.
Jacobs better? He thinks so.
No, that's not how that works.
Better.
So Dalvin Cook's better than both of them? Okay.
Why else would they cut Michael Carter?
Yeah, if Dalvin Cook was so bad, they would have cut him and not Michael
By
Carter,
the way,
so.
Why the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like,
Israel
Michael
Abanikanda
Carter-
maybe might be good. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know what's
that's the
going
other
on here.
thing. Like, they said, I saw a tweet specifically that said it was to free up snaps for Dalvin Cook, though. If this was a ploy to get Izzy
sure.
on the field, then
I was
awesome.
gonna say, if it was for
Great.
Izzy, I'll take
If
that.
it's for Dalvin Cook, why?
Stop.
You know what I love? Devontae Adams
Jeez.
looks happy again, and that makes me happy.
Yeah. It's because Antonio Pierce is fucking Himothy.
Yeah,
It's happened with this Versace.
isn't Pierce a fucking not
it'll fall off.
not that type of bat? Didn't he like cause Arizona State to be like not a real program anymore? They can't even go to
I
bowl
don't know.
games. What did Antonio Pierce
Let me
do?
rephrase it. Interim head coaches are that fucking guy.
That's true. No,
Yeah,
Antonio
most part.
Pierce doesn't. Yeah, I gotta look up the whole Arizona State thing. What am I?
All right, while you're doing that, I just want to say I feel like no matter what, an interim head coach is going to be good unless they're Jeff Saturday. To the point where like the Bears could fire Matt Eberflus tomorrow and promote Luke Getsy to head coach, and I think the Bears would look like a better football team.
That's fair.
Sorry, I turned Canadian for a second because that's where Matt Canada needs. Matt Canada, yeah, that is where Matt Canada needs to be coaching. It's also where Matt Eberflus needs to be coaching.
Matt Eberflus is Canadian.
No, I'm just saying he should go coach in the.
I thought you were saying
CFL.
that in the sense that like he should
Yeah.
go back to Canada. Okay.
No, I was saying
Um,
that in like a get ready to learn Chinese, buddy, but instead it's
Yeah.
Canada.
But
Speaking of
this
Matt
is,
Canada, did you guys see? Totally random. Do you guys watch Gridiron Heights?
Yeah.
Did you see the one this week,
I haven't watched this week's yet.
bro? They did a Five Nights at Freddy's,
Oh, I saw
Oh.
that clip.
and
on
it
TikTok.
was all the
Look up on
coaches
TikTok.
on the hot seat, and then at the very end, like the post credit was Steely McBeam calling Matt Canada in, and they're playing "Oh Canada." Like really distorted and trippily, and it was really trippily. Yeah, that's a word. It was really
Trippily,
distorted and
mhm.
trippy. It was really funny. And also Matt Eberflus got by Staley DeBarrett, and that was great. That made me happy.
Nice.
Yeah. He should do that
Um,
in real life.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
apparently Pierce was a piece of shit because the culture in the program that he fostered was an in or out culture, which I'm sorry. The answer is you're either in or you're out. If you're out, you're a
Antonio Pierce
fucking
isn't a
loser.
piece of garbage, and the Raiders are going to continue winning under him.
Yeah, I don't actually see
Um,
what the issue was. Why did he have
Jets
to?
offense
Whatever.
stinks. I can't wait for Aaron Rodgers to come back on Christmas Eve like he's going to.
Yeah, with his fake Achilles injury, it was just a high ankle sprain all along.
And now we get to talk about my favorite game of the week.
Oh, dude, this was so fucking stupid.
Broncos 24, Bills 22. To see the Bills suffer is a great joy to me.
Dude, I feel
love it.
bad for Josh Allen at this point.
I don't anymore because they did the right thing and they have helped him greatly.
Fired Ken
Well,
Dorsey.
that's fair.
Yes.
I still feel
Fucking
bad for No, because the internet's still pretending Ken Dorsey was the GOAT and it was all Allen's fault this whole time.
Yes, it's
If there
Josh Allen's fault that Ken Dorsey's offensive philosophy is, hey, Josh, go do everything. No one is going to help you. No one is there to bail you out. We will not run the ball. All of your receivers, except for Diggs, they suck. Make them the second coming of Christ or you will die. That was Ken Dorsey's offensive philosophy. No wonder the Bills weren't winning as many football games as they should have. That is like a defensive coordinator's dream. Oh, your offense is throw to this one guy, and if not, your team's fucked because your quarterback has to throw to scrubs? Cool. We'll put 3 guys on him and then say, hey, Josh, make big decisions with all of the weight on your shoulders. You're not going to run the ball? Cool. We'll drop 8 into coverage. Good luck.
Mhm.
I've seen some weird bullshit about that, by the way. So the Trayvon Diggs, Bro didn't even get good until Bro got there, talking about Stephon and Josh. all the people saying Diggs wasn't that good until he got Josh Allen need to like die. Actually,
Nobody's
though.
saying that.
Yes,
Why? Nobody's
they
saying
are
that.
though. I saw it all over Twitter today.
He's creating narratives.
I am not.
Here he goes again.
When have I ever created a narrative? I've tried, and it failed because Tyreek decided he was actually good at football.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, I hate fans.
True. Who do you guys think led the Bills in sacks this game? I had to guess.
You say that because it's gonna be something goofy. Was it a linebacker?
It is gonna be something goofy. It was a linebacker.
It was?
What? Was it a starting
If it-
linebacker?
Who starts at linebacker
Actually,
for them?
he's listed as a DE on Google.
Oh, okay.
but I'm
Well,
pretty
Terrell
sure it's a
Bernard was who
linebacker.
I was thinking he was going to throw out. That's their starting linebacker. The end. So it wouldn't be one of their like starters. It's not Vaughn. It's not Greg Rousseau.
AJ Epinesa.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
go.
okay. My
Cooking.
next thought was
Um,
Leonard Floyd, but it wouldn't have been Leonard Floyd because Leonard Floyd's
Guys-
actually having a quietly good year.
Guys, Russ has been playing some pretty good football.
Russ
Yeah,
was
Russ is
never
quietly
the
playing
problem.
Pretty
I
good
don't.
football.
Mhm.
He
Russ still
Cortland
isn't the
Sutton-
problem. Their offense is still
Cortland
not
Sutton
good.
is that
That
guy.
was
He
not.
is that dude.
Dude, I
I
saw
cannot
that.
believe he made that catch.
I freaked out. I was like, "Oh, Rush just chucked it out of bounds. What the fuck are you doing?" Oh my god, he caught that.
I cannot believe he got his feet in bounds. That was crazy.
Ridiculous, dude.
Cortland Sutton's that dude. Russ has been playing some good football. They're settling in.
If the Broncos
think
had a
they're gonna
real
compete for
O-line,
the
they're a
playoff
good
spot.
team. If they had a real
Oh,
O-line, they're a good team.
I can unleash my hot take I talked about.
Okay.
I think the Broncos very easily finish in second in the AFC West and compete for
I-
a wild card spot.
Don't think that's. I don't know
Be
how
a
hot
take
that
anymore
is
without
because the
been playing.
Chargers suck, and the Raiders
I
have
think the
Aiden
hotter take is that
O'Connell.
I think
at
the
QB.
Broncos are making the playoffs.
I'll
That's
take
Maybe
it
that's
one
the hotter
step
part of that
further.
take.
Broncos are winning the AFC West. You know why? Think about the good
Head to
teams
head
in the
against the
AFC.
Chiefs.
Well, think about this. The AFC West, there's 3 good teams, right? The Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Broncos.
Okay.
What does one of those teams have that the other 2 do not?
Oh my god.
Michael Burton.
Michael Burton.
What does?
He
Yeah,
is
but
the
what does
key-
one of
One of
those
them
teams
could have
have?
had Michael Burton.
What does one of
One of
those
them
teams
coulda had
have that
Michael
the other
Burton.
2 do not?
Patrick
Michael
Mahomes.
Burton.
Taylor Swift.
And Taylor Swift. Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Swift. You're right.
Fuck. Did you guys see that Travis Kelce's going to sing on the new Eagles Christmas album?
Have you not already heard it?
Oh, the
I
clip,
heard
yeah.
the snippet. It was fucking incredible.
Yeah,
It's
I,
That sounds like a
dude,
Disney
I fucking
prince.
hate Travis Kelce. Fuck that guy.
Why?
You don't get to be that good at football, that attractive, and be able to sing. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit, and I hate you.
And
Grayson
Be
sent
bad
me a
at
TikTok.
something.
Grayson
winning.
sent me a TikTok the other day, and it was NFL players as D&D characters.
There's your
And they
clip,
described
Jake.
They described Travis Kelce as a
Actually
bard,
pretty
and
good.
I loved it.
Be bad at something. There's your clip
That's a
for
pretty
the
good.
TikTok.
That's a pretty good Twitter meme, honestly. Be bad at something.
Yeah.
Me when watching Cole Kmet.
Oh my god.
NBA fans when their team plays the Nuggets and they're watching Nikola Jokic.
Oh,
Be
bad at something.
It's bad defense.
Don't
Never mind.
remind me of basketball. I hate it.
Poor Bulls fan. It's all right. At least one of your star players didn't get choked out last night. Did you see Rudy getting fucking choked out?
This is why I like college basketball more.
But yeah, Broncos 24, Bills 22. Bills are bozos. They're poverty. They might miss the playoffs. McDermott's see ya. McDermott should get fired for benching James Cook in the first half because of the fumble, and then James Cook coming back in the second half and getting 100 yards. That's what he should be fired for. Yeah. Before we get into our picks and previews for Week 11, let's give you guys an update on our fantasy league and our picks leaderboard. Fantasy league. Jackson Powers, you are still the first place man at 9-1. Then we have Walter White Seal, the Blackstreet Boys at 8-2. I'm in third place at 7-3. And then all the way down in 7th and 8th are Miller and Geek. Miller is 6-4 and 7th. Geek is 5-5 and 8th.
Tough.
Got a lot of ball left to be played, boys. A lot of ball left to be played, but
Yeah,
Yeah, I still
the
think
strategy of
probably
not
last
drafting a running back doesn't work. I was lied to,
the zero RB
bamboozled,
strategy is killing
hornswoggled.
Geek this year.
It's okay. I
Killing
traded for
Geek
Joe
this year.
Mixon.
I need a running
did?
back.
Yeah,
Who are my running backs in that league?
I
wonder if I could
traded
trade-
Diggs because the Bills' offense is
Oh.
annoying, so I
Madison
traded
and
Diggs.
Montgomery. I'm chilling. And
I wonder if I
Tajay
could
Spears.
trade Josh Allen for a running back.
I'll give you Antonio Gibson. That's
Instead of
not
running
true
back,
because I
not a
have
slot
Lamar.
receiver
I have a
that goes up.
logistical question about the Running with Fantasy League.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's for me. I just got Noah Brown off of waivers.
yeah.
I really want to start him, but here are my options that I would have to replace one of with. Tyreek Hill, Tyler Boyd, Brandon Ayuk, Raheem Mostert. I'm thinking Tyler Boyd.
I was gonna say replace Boyd because he drops touchdowns.
Yeah.
But
we
Poor
totally
Tyler
skimmed
Boyd. He's
over
been
that.
he's been so good. I'm glad we
he
skimmed
got
over that.
touchdown.
I don't.
Dude,
Yeah.
He had
I
one
was
drop.
watching
T.
that-
Higgins has dropped 5 this year. I don't want to hear anything about Tyler Boyd.
I was watching that game with my dad, and he had the funniest fucking response to that play I've ever seen.
Oh no.
He goes, I don't know who the fuck that tight end is, but I'd cut his ass tomorrow morning.
Cut him. Cut him. A bunch of teams would love to have Tyler Boyd.
I had to be like, Dad, that's a receiver. And he goes, that's a receiver? Yeah, that's
And he
Tyler
dropped
Boyd.
it.
Oh, I remember Tyler Boyd. I thought he was good. He is good. Clearly not.
Clearly not. I love I'm not trying to be rude, and people always view it as rude. The more casual fans when it comes to football, I love them.
See, my
I thought he
dad
was
knows-
good, right? But he's a more casual. He doesn't watch
yeah,
every
yeah.
play of every game. Like,
No, I know. That's what I was trying
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah,
You know, let me
it's
finish.
just like-
That's what makes it even funnier because my
Yeah.
dad knows what he's
Yeah.
talking about. He's
Yeah.
just so out. See, this is gonna sound really sad. Mitch Trubisky ruined football for him for a little while.
that's fair.
He stopped
Christian
caring
Ponder
about
did
the-
it to me.
Yeah,
I get
he
it.
went from being like diehard like we are, watching every game every Sunday, keeping up with the
Yeah.
league on like Bleacher Report and stuff, to not watching football for 2 years because of Mitch Trubisky. And then the last year he finally got back into it, and this year he's getting back into like watching the full scale of the league. Because last year he watched the Bears and then he'd watch like the Chiefs and
Yeah.
the Bengals.
Fair.
Now he's like back into watching everything, and he'll watch the games that I want to watch because I'll be like, oh, I really like this player, and I'll point guys out to him. And it's so funny when a guy I really like has a
Fucks up.
quiet game and then
Yeah.
makes one fucked up play, and he's like, thought he was good. It's like he is. It's just
Bad
you don't know
play.
who he is.
As before I make fun of this person
Oh, no.
who's a casual fan,
Grayson.
you got Jair Alexander's a top 10 cornerback, right? Do we thinks?
I want to
I
say
mean,
no, but
Wait,
yes.
hold on. I just zoned out. What was the
Okay.
question again?
Let me just say, is Jair Alexander a top 10 quarterback in your opinion?
Quarterback?
Fair.
No.
Cornerback. I said cornerback the first time.
Cornerback? Yeah.
I said that both times, but okay. So a guy at my
No.
work, he's a huge Bills fan because we're in Western New York, right?
Yeah.
And we were doing something
That was
together,
your first mistake.
and after the Rasul Douglas trade, he comes up to me and he pats me on the back and he goes, "Thanks for Rasul Douglas," and I go, "I don't really care," and he goes, "Well, you just lost your best corner," and I went,
I don't even think they
And he
lost their
goes,
second best corner.
and
Maybe not
I
even
was
their
like,
third.
and
I forgot
was
about the
and I
new
was like,
guy.
I was like, dude, Jair Alexander's like a top 5 to 10 cornerback in the NFL, and he goes, "It's close," and then he just walks away. I haven't forgiven him
That's
to
nuts.
this day.
See,
Is this someone you interact with often, or is this someone you just like know in passing?
No, he's one of my, no, I wouldn't say closer friends, but we're pretty.
Work
We talk
friends.
ball a lot. Yeah, work friends.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like,
Tough.
Interesting take.
Yeah.
it is interesting.
Anyways, here's Bandit
but,
from Louis holding a pen.
Perfect. Let's get
What are your
into the
thoughts on
picks
that
leaderboard
comment?
because then we also have to pick week 11 still. Picks leaderboard. Geek leads us at 89 and 61.
Cheating. He has
I
the
am
script and won't
second
share it.
place at 85 and 65.
I share it every
Miller's in
week.
last place at 84 and 66. Yeah, so let's pick some football games so we can hopefully have a change in that picks leaderboard, huh?
No change.
see.
No change.
Thursday night football, Bengals, Ravens. What do we think, boys?
Ravens need a bounce back. Give me Lamar.
Yeah, also T. Higgins is out, and Sam Hubbard and Trey Henderson are both out, I believe.
Oof.
Oh yeah, then give me the Ravens with
think.
those injuries.
I'm not entirely
Miles
sure about
Murphy
both of those.
legacy game.
I know for a fact Trey Henderson's out.
I think
know
you
for
mean
sure about Sam
Joseph
Hubbard.
Osai legacy game. Thank
Well,
you
they're
very
both
much.
gonna have
I'm
to
taking the
play
Ravens.
every snap, so they can both have
Now, give me
legacy games.
Baltimore with those injuries.
Sticking to the AFC North, we got DTR and the Browns taking on Steelers. I'm
The
going
defensive
to
battle that won't be that good. But
I'm gonna take the Browns. I'm gonna take the Browns.
I want to take the Browns too, and I think I will.
I'm gonna take the Steelers.
Fair enough.
I get taking
you
the
heard it here
Browns, but
first. You heard it here first. Geek is betting on Kenny Pickett. He's coming around.
no,
He's betting on Kenny Pickett.
I'm betting against DTR because I saw him his first time around. Dude, it's
Right,
not
the Ravens
fair
defense is
to
so
give
easy to
him
play
the
against.
Ravens and then the Steelers. That's just not
Gave him
fair.
The Ravens on 3 days of practice, and now the Steelers with a full week. So we'll see how he does.
It's fair.
yeah.
But
Raiders
TJ.
Dolphins. This should be a barn burner. Does the interim coach
no.
streak continue? Give me the Fins.
Nope.
Yeah, the
Mike
Dolphins are coming
McDaniel
off a
said
bye. It's no.
Mike McDaniel said a funny thing in his press conference. Therefore, the Dolphins are going to win.
Fair.
Was it about the Devon A. Chain thing about how much
Yeah.
money the guy had in his fantasy
Yeah.
league?
Yeah.
that
He
was
said a
funny.
funny thing. Therefore, he win.
All right, let's see how the bias comes out. Bears Lions. Does the Justin Fields return equal a masterclass, or will the Lions sweep the Bears this season?
I want to pick the Bears so bad.
I
I
am
am picking the
taking-
Bears.
I'm taking the Lions.
I want the Bears to win. Would I rather the Bears win and I get the pick wrong? So I'm happy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lions, but I'll be rooting for the Bears.
I'm taking the Bears. I will
Fair
stand
enough.
alone on this one. I walk a lonely road.
I also figured I should give you that.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to be like, you
next
picked
week,
against my
after the Ba-
team, because that's not.
Next week after the Bears have won, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, keep doubting,
Bro.
keep doubting the Bears, keep betting against the Bears." Titans Jaguars. AFC
Jags
South
bounce
battle.
back. They're gonna win by 30. Bounce
Yeah,
back.
big
Jags.
bounce back.
Bounce back. Oh, I know you guys.
As Big
Texans
Sean
worked
once
them down for
said,
this
last
next
night
one.
they took an L, but tonight they bounced back. Even though he said it in the first place, and I roughly
I've pre-written
paraphrased.
down you guys' picks for this game.
Oh no.
Chargers Packers.
Chargers.
Yeah, give me the Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna win the football game. Justin Herbert's way too much.
Yeah.
Cards Texans. Do we believe in the Kyler Murray effect, or do we believe in CJ Stroud being?
Yes.
Stroud,
Give me
bro.
the Cardinals.
Wow.
I'm taking the Cardinals too.
I'm
Yeah,
taking
Kyler
the
Murray's gonna
Texans.
nice that
I have
defense.
to manifest this for the sake of the draft positioning.
Oh, that's fair. Every win CJ Stroud gets, my love for him in the draft
wait, no,
becomes
it's-
more incredible.
It's Stroud versus this Cardinals defense. Never mind. Give me the Texans.
That's,
Don't care. I'm
no,
still
go back the other
manifesting.
way. I needed the
I'm going to the
advancement.
Texans. Yeah. This shouldn't even be a football game.
It's not fair.
Dallas Cowboys taking on the Carolina Panthers.
This is a real
Give me the
hex trap.
Cowboys.
I think I'm
boys.
taking
Give
them
me the
boys.
I also will be
I am
taking the boys.
Cowboys. Sam Howell versus Tommy DeVito, gentlemen.
Dude.
What do we think of the Giants? I'm taking the commies.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
taking
give
the
me the
commies.
Tommy DeVito is not a real quarterback.
Uh,
He is not a real person.
Tommy DeVito's not a real quarterback. He's a rejected character from The Sopranos.
It's fine though.
Yep.
I love it. I love that he's the
Um,
quarterback of the Giants.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
wish he
good.
would work out as their franchise guy. It would be so
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, it really
The Jets had their mafia quarterback. Now the Giants get their turn.
true.
Bucks, Niners, Baker Mayfield, Brock Purdy, Mike Evans,
Dude,
Deebo Samuel.
Baker's gonna
two good
die.
defenses. I'm
Give
gonna
me
take the
large
Niners.
male appendants Brock.
And I just said it.
I'm gonna take the Niners, but I feel gross about it after what Miller just said.
I mean,
don't think-
that's what y'all are calling them. It's the
No,
same thing as Big Cock Brock. It's
no,
the same
I'm
thing.
calling him garbage, but that's fine.
Well, I'm saying it's
That's
the same
not
thing as
true.
the nickname. It's
But-
the same thing.
Ugh.
It's just
Do we
worded
think
differently.
the Jets are going to sweep the Bills this season, or are the Bills getting this win?
No, they got rid of the shitty OC. I'm giving the Bills are gonna
game
win
was
one and then
Thursday.
lose their next 7.
Yeah. I mean the Bills.
Seahawks Rams, a rematch of the Week 1 game where the Rams kind of
Stafford
dominated
coming back
them.
this week?
That's what I was gonna ask before Jake yells at me
Let me
for who
look.
I pick. Pick Brett Ripien. No, I thought Stafford was playing.
Rams expect QB Matt Stafford to start versus Seahawks. So yeah,
Cool, still taking the Seahawks.
yeah.
taking the Seahawks too. It didn't really matter either
Not
way.
really.
I don't think the Rams are going to sweep them this year. I think they'll get a win off of them. Okay, time for Geek to be biased, and he'll be at this game.
I will
the
be.
Vikings Broncos.
Give me the Vikings.
I'm taking the Vikings.
God damn it.
I'll take the Vikings as well. Yeah.
God damn it. What are we doing?
No more betting against the Vikings. Geek can't claim that we do it anymore.
That's fair. No,
Well,
I think you
and then-
are. You're betting against them
Guys,
the other
we
way.
have a good primetime game Monday night.
What if
Eagles,
it's not?
Chiefs.
What if it's just a blowout? Because the Chiefs
Monday night,
aren't
Eagles,
good.
Chiefs. It could be a
Taking the
blowout, but
Chiefs.
I'm having hope.
I know they're 7
I'm
and
taking
2,
the
and that sounds really
Eagles.
weird, but they're not as good as they pretend to be. I'm taking the Eagles.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bro thinks Taylor
All right.
Swift's gonna be in attendance.
So those are Week 11 picks
I do
and
believe she'll be
previews.
there to Miss Karma.
Well, she
Even though she's
is
in Europe.
from Philly,
So
so
and she's in
Travis
Europe.
Kelce made her dad a Chiefs fan.
when did she get to Europe?
Yeah.
She was just singing to Travis Kelce.
in Argentina, which is not in Europe.
No, what the
What
fuck?
the fuck was Travis doing in Argentina?
Yeah, right. What?
He went to her show in Argentina.
That's
Oh, they're
insane.
so cute. They're so cute.
They are.
Because they
I
were on a
love
bye
it.
week. Then
Did
she
you
changed
see
the
the
lyrics.
clip?
Hating on them.
So everybody talking about Travis and Taylor now. Did you see the clip of the New Heights where Kylie was on the show and Jason's like,
Yeah.
why haven't you set Trav up with anybody? And her and Trav both kind of smirk, and she's like, I think he's doing fine on his own.
While he's wearing a John Mayer shirt.
Yeah, I think we should have seen this coming a long time ago.
Well, apparently they started dating back in August.
Yeah,
and
when that
was in,
podcast
early
happened.
Well, that was like early September. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like
so
right after,
yeah, we should have seen this coming.
which was incredible.
Dude, the friendship bracelet thing fucking worked. So
Sick.
I will
Yeah.
be attempting that now.
He,
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, those are our Week 11
fucking
picks and previews.
Valkyrie
and,
with a friendship bracelet. The next con you go to.
I could do it. I could do it. Just for giggles now, I'm gonna do it.
I couldn't. That's the
Um,
first streamer I thought of that you liked. I couldn't think of anyone else.
Ray's great. Actually met her once. That was fun.
But yeah, that's why I thought about it
Yeah.
because you said people were being kind of weird about it. And
People were weird about a lot of
Yeah.
things. I was also we're not getting in. We don't need more stories. We'll be here for an hour.
apologies,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's our Week 11 pick and preview, and gentlemen, that is our show. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Run the North podcast. You are greatly appreciated. Please be sure to do everything you can to help grow the podcast. Go follow us on all of our social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everything Run the North Pod. Go follow us there. Give us a rating and review on Spotify and all the other listening platforms to help grow the podcast on those. And from me, Geek, and whatever
Emperor
Miller is,
Palpatine.
we will see
Casting
you
a
next
spell.
week.
Bye.